Coming from the text of the ancients, the reading of the Ching, the oracle, coming to bring us information, what to expect, how to behave, how to move forward in this world. So take a breath. Sit back and relax. And just now's the time to listen. Let it all go. Let it all go and just listen. This week's I Ching. Each week I toss the coins and I ask for guidance. For guidance in which section, which qua we're going to listen to. What am I going to read? What's going to come through with my translation, my interpretation of the ancient text. So give it up, sit back and listen. And we hear what we got for this week. Take a breath. Take a breath. This week it's number 19, Lin. It's about nearing and letting go. And isn't this a time to let go with everything that's going on in the world? Yeah, we can't hold on to it, can't hold on to fear. Gotta let go. So we look at the I Ching, we look at the hexagram, the section, the qua, the gua. Every week. The hexagram, 2 trigrams stacked on top of each other, giving us information. And above this week is kun, the center of the earth, the yin element that supports all things. And below is dui, to grow and harvest and pleasant and to be unhindered as we go forward. As we go forward, we think about what's coming. And we look deep into what is this that we've got this week. What do we got? What are we hearing? What are we listening to? What is it that takes us to that place, that nearness of who we are, that nearness of where we are as we go in to the I Ching? The wisdom. The cycle of want. The cycle of waiting. It's over. It's ending. We're entering into a powerful time. And liberation, freedom is on the wing. In the recent past, you are hiding behind a veil of non-recognition, where your words, your feelings, and your ideas were not fully heard, or they were dismissed out of hand. And you are not being recognized for your gifts. That's frustrating. You're not recognizing you had good intentions in what you're doing. So we think about that. Where does that put us? What does that give us as we want to come to a place of deep understanding for ourselves? where we come into that place, and that place of being solid, that place of being steady, moving forward and being steady. And that's what it's about, staying steady on the path. You know, as we've been moving along, and there was a understanding that we weren't being heard or seen, and that we were being dismissed. You know, looked over, that thing where it's just nobody sees you. And that gets frustrating. Even your good intentions are not appreciated for this period of time. It's okay. Look, you've got your insights, you've got your creativity. Let that be enough for you right now. Don't look to the outside to come to the place where you're being given, you know, those props, those pats on the back. Because in essence, that doesn't really mean anything, you see. You know, you get that feeling that you've been locked down. You know, you've been misunderstood. You've been held in irons in a multiple of ways. No wind is filling your sails. Well, there's good news. This hexagram, this section, Lin, brings the news that the time of bondage is over. Hallelujah. However, before you're fully released, you're going to benefit from examining what you are hiding from and why you are in fear of embracing your galactic goodness of greatness. The result from this examination will be the ticket to ride into the warehouse of the soul. In that place of storage where opportunities are waiting for you, and where you can move, and where you will move, because opportunity is here. What the sages who have gone before you identified this as greatness. This is your period, your time of greatness. You're coming to a place where you're bathed in spirit and love, the love of life. It's awakening your body, awakening the kundalini, awakening the life force to the crystalline energy, that energy that rests in the sacred pool at the base of your spine. Kundalini rising from the base, and it's from there flows all the body's energy centers, enlivening your wholeness of being. And this is the life force that connects you to humanity, connects you to others, connects you to the divine. Rising upwards is going to release you. It's a soul journey, taking you on one grand collective ride on the time wave of now, N-O-W. It's time, you see. We're into the bliss wave, the wave of exaltation, yes. Yeah. Exaltation, you see, in relationships, you may have strived to be present, but the appreciation from your lovers, from your friends, from your associates has been waning or has been void. Hidden in the shadows of your soul is where your true brilliance has been. It's affected you, and you feared to show your best and your highest good. You didn't want to be hit down. You didn't want to be, saying, oh, I'm not going to show my highest good. What's the reason? But look, give it up. You can now take a deep breath into risk, and it is the time for risk. And to be in the stillness of the cosmic veil that's lifted, as you will be seen for what and who you truly are. Yeah. As you experience the reflection of your own greatness, it'll surprise you. And we love being surprised. But you've held back, and now's not the time. You've been met with intolerance, right, for who you are. You've been met with fear. You've been brilliant, but it's scared some people around you. Now, you haven't felt safe, so you've held back your best stuff, and now's the time to let it out. This is the time for risk. Things are getting better all the time as the veils of doubt and denial are lifting, and the ancestors, who should be ritually honored during this cycle, are guiding you, invisibly guiding you, because they're there. Look, never doubt that your ancestors have your back. then they're guiding you on your pathway. So don't worry. You're looked after. Your back is covered. You know, when it seems too risky or too treacherous, that's the time to take comfort and have no fear, because you are not now, nor have you ever been alone. Positive relationships are now set to bloom to their brightest and their fullest as you release yourself, as you release others from an accepted and often luxurious bondage. You know, you've been held in bondage by stuff. You know, you may be sleeping on high-count sheets and drinking from a golden cup, and you're still in bondage, you know. Well, it's time to accept that we are all in oneness, you see. And listen, dig this. Your arrival in the world, it's anticipated. All right? Get your head around that. You're about to step out, but you're going to be greeted with welcoming and with warmth because you are now expected. You know, if you're in a place that you got to play politics, your ideas and goals will be heard, and the votes are going to be with you. And don't have fear of losing, for in this cycle, you cannot lose. So, choose your engagements, choose your battles wisely, and move toward your own and the greater good. You'll find it to be nurturing, you'll find it to be enlightening, and you're going to find it to be so satisfying. What we know of the Oracle, the I Ching, is that it speaks and teaches of now. It's not about the past, not about the future, because truthfully, there is only now. The past doesn't exist. The future, it's not there. The broad opening in life and spirit that comes in this cycle, it's powerful, but it does not last forever. So you got to move, gather yourself, gather with others if that's what you're feeling. Gather with the souls of like mind in your community. Take advantage of this auspicious cycle. A grand season is here of growth on the inner plane, as well as in commerce and creative endeavors. Your writing, your art, your poetry, your creations, your love, which is a creative form, love of self, the love of people in your tribe. Now's the time to know that it's growing, and we're all in this auspicious cycle. An opening appears, and you have an invitation. Got the invitation to come through this awaiting cosmic portal where you join with ancestors, guides, sage teachers, oracles, philosophies, and love without condition and love without barter, right? Think about that. Love without barter. It's the place where we are not going to give ourselves up or make a deal like, I will love you if, right? You know that one? I love you, but I'm going to love you more if you. That's not what it's about. We do not barter love, you know. We're there, and we give it freely. That's unconditional. So go to approach the sage. That sage in your tribe, in your life. Now, it could be that inner voice, but it's often something you've learned or someone who has been there to teach you. So as you approach this powerful energy, the sage light, do it with right mind and do it with right action. Be light of heart, be graceful, have gratitude, and when you get the knowledge, embrace it, that it is shown to you. Note now the emphasis on time, the emphasis on timing during these most significant days. The energy shift on the planet is happening, and it's within all sentient beings. It is above as it is below. Do not doubt that you're ready to take this evolutionary leap. It would not have come were you not prepared. You are ready. You see, the inner work that you've done is coming to fruition. That's work with a capital W. Your task is to remain calm as the wave of transformation and light sweeps you up and takes you higher. Love takes you higher. And note well, the higher you go, brothers and sisters, the higher you are. And ain't that nice to be high? high on life as we go to greet the divine, as the divine welcomes us in. And we're in this time cycle now. In this particular cycle, it favors new partnerships or renewed partnerships. If you're in a stale partnership, renew it. If it can't be renewed, if it's too far gone, then bring in a new relationship. It also is going to favor your new projects, right? No doubt about it. A new focus. Focus on your health in a new way. Focus on your growth in a new way. Focus on your relationship in a new way. Look at it differently. Think differently. In all of it, foster your passion. You see, it's passion that connects you to the primal, to the elemental force that is vital at this time. This is in your DNA. It's been programmed to be activated now. The genetic triggers that will change and be enhanced are part of the alchemical mix of human souls, of this body, this monad that we move with. And you will be influenced by the joyous dancing spirit that the ancestors have brought to you at this moment in time. Accept the gift, be in the dance, lest you miss the opportunity to embrace your greatness. All right? Dig that. For a minute, if you can close your eyes, just imagine this. Imagine that the energy of the ancestors are there with you, and they are delivering this joyous dancing spirit that is with you to keep you alive, to keep you whole, to give you satisfaction. This is a gift. Accept this gift, because like we said, this doesn't last forever. Auspicious times, they come and then they go. So make your move now. This is the time. This particular gua comes up and tells us that we're all here together. We're collectively witnessing the ending of a great and very challenging cycle on Earth. A young woman here, Kyo, she's a brilliant young woman. Her father is a fire talker. And her father was talking to the fire and asked, what is this illness around this? What does it mean? What does this virus mean? And what was said was that it's here to remind us that we are all one. We're all together. No borders. Nothing is interrupting us. Brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers. We're all together now. There is no separation. That's the lesson that we're getting now. We're getting that beautiful lesson that that's where we are, and that's what we have for these times. So feel it. Allow it to come through you. There's a shift coming, and we've been waiting for this particular shift. If you choose it, you can ride to the 0 point wave of change. Changing at 0 point, you join with the life force of Gaia, life force of the goddess of this planet, of which we are all particulates. We're all part of the earth. We're all part of everything. And that's so important to understand, sometimes hard for us to get our head around it. But everything is part of us, If you think about it, every cell in our body changes every 7 years. Where does this stuff come from? Stardust, that's right. It comes from the earth, it comes from the stars, and it changes your vibration. So you move in harmony. You're moving in harmony with the correction of the galactic order. If you find yourself not harmonious with what's going on, you're in an argument, you're in a fight, you don't feel appreciated, it's not true. If you relax and you start to move in the simplest things that put you in order, it can be a walk in the park, it can be a mountain that you climb, it can be your practice, it can be your yoga, it can be your Tai Chi, but do things that are in perfect order, and slowly you're going to get to that place where you realize you're not out of sync, that you can bring yourself to sinking in. And because this particular claw has come up, this section has come up, it's easier now. Consider that people can make the choice not to join the shift, just to go on with business as usual. And that's okay. It's a contentment, but it's kind of bland. But once you're in it like that, you're going to find it's void of passion, void of the depth of love. It is in each individual's choice to move like this, to know what clarity, and clarity is what you choose, choosing dignity, integrity, compassion, and kindness. That's what it's about. Allow these words to be of influence in all your associations and your actions and thoughts, for they speak of energies that are highly regarded and well-treasured universal code. Now, listen closely. The code is the secret of the ages, the one that will open you to be able to let go, to be one with all in unity, community, light, and love. Trust is the way it works, you see. So truly, just let go of that and know that it's code. You know, the words of the I Ching, they're code to come in. Beautiful paintings are code. The Bible is code. The Quran is code. It's code that you take in and you transmute it and translate it for yourself to live a better life, to be a better person. Avoid any actions that would muddy the road. You know what we're talking about. Actively protect the solitude and privacy of those close to you. And never doubt the universe is watching. It's loving you. It's laughing with you. It's being part of you. So seize this opportunity. It's the opportunity to exact change in your life and to change your way of thinking. Any negative thought you have, look, don't beat yourself up. Just change it. Change the thought. And then you change. Then your hormonal structure changes and you let go. You know, we all go through having bad thoughts or judgment or that. It happens. But stop yourself and look at it and let it go. You know, talking to a friend, talking about raising children. Remember raising my son, I would say something to him. I'd say, oh my God, that's my father. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. And because it's old programming, so I changed it. We change it. And it's okay, right? And we change it so we're thinking more clearly. We think about correctness. We think about correct thinking. We think about correct meditation, correct exercise, being correct in our life, and correcting the things that are out of balance. And it's that easy. You know, something's tangled, untangle it. Something's going off the wrong way, bring it back on the track. So welcome, brothers and sisters, to this road less traveled where the I Ching takes us. I want to thank the music at the very beginning is by Prakash. Beautiful sitar creations. And you can find it on Spotify. Soon you'll be able to find these readings on Spotify. As we move forward and get to touch, and look, I really would appreciate if you tell your friends about it. Forward this to the people you know to listen, because the more people that hear it, the more it activates, right? And that the more that listen, the more that work on working for the greater good, because it's the oracle. It's the oracle, it's the truth tellers that are coming through. So now is that time. I send you all the love that I can muster. All the heartfelt feelings that I have to send to you from here at the 20th parallel. We've all been hit by a lot this year, even this month we've been hit. So take a breath and understand we are in a time of opportunity and able to correct what's wrong. So you're in the right place at the right time. Open your heart. Love the ones you're with. In Lakesh Alakim, I am the other you. And I like it that way. Yes, I do. Namaste, my brothers. Namaste, my sisters. My wonderful men, honor yourself. Honor the feminine aspect of yourself. Honor the feminine in your life. And sisters, honor that male power that you carry. And the men that deserve it, honor them. Speak words of love. If you love somebody, speak the words of love. And dance. Let the winds of heaven carry your soul to higher planes. And my dear ones, just take a breath and let go.